I I'm just waiting for people to join. So once some few people join, I can start the session. So I'm just waiting for 5 to 10 minutes. Hi, hi, hi. What's your name? My name is Hemalata. No, I'm not Malayali. Do I look like Malayali? I'm not. So maybe a few people don't know the reason for this live today. The reason for this live is I'm gonna walk you guys through how to prepare a resume. So I keep on getting some queries regarding resume preparation or how to resume tailor the resume. So if people needed something to modify in the resume or something needed to add up, the session will be a good cause for them or good reason. So you can follow my instructions and the reason. Also, the resume that I prepared took almost 1 week time. It's not just I did in 1 day or 2 days, and it helped me to get into the top companies. So that's the reason I was on live today to give you some insights. Then you what? I am basically from Andhra, but I currently live in Bangalore. I think next couple of minutes I'll wait for few more people to join the session and then I'll go ahead and I'll start. Okay. If you have anything else in the meantime, please uh, go through it, go through the comment section and you can just mm, drop the question or anything that you have queries or anything in the comment section so I can go through and I can give some insights for you. Yeah. I will wait for another 3 minutes and I will start the session. So how is your day going, guys? It's Monday, I know. I am just waiting for one more minute and I will go ahead through the topic that we're going to discuss today. Okay, yeah, many people might be busy today because it's Monday, I know, obviously, and you'll have a busy schedule on Mondays. So that's fine. And I'll do one thing. I'll just go ahead through the topic that we gonna discuss today, and you can just go through the live or the recorded video later. So firstly, thank you so much for joining, and the people who are really, wanted and are looking to prepare a resume. This is really good session, I feel, and I will provide all the insights that I have come across in my previous experiences, and I have recently come across the top companies that are interviewing with, and okay, so the main reason for this session is there are a lot of people who understand, who speak different languages. So that's the reason I choose English as a primary language. Everyone, to make sure everyone are comfortable and every single person understand my language. Okay, and I know most of there are educated people in my channel, and this is for the people who are looking for the job. So today, the basic thing that you needed to apply for a job is resume. Okay, before you apply for a job or before gonna switch for a job, the most important thing that is required is a resume. So the recruiter calls in and they ask you for please share your updated resume, or can you please walk me through your resume, that your experiences and all. So that's where the resume is really important for everyone that who are working and who are looking for a job to change, like was trying to switch the job. I have come across a lot of queries that people wanted me to tailor the resume, and also people wanted me to go across through the resume. I hope you guys will understand that it's not an easy task for me to go to each and every person's resume and give some insights for them. So I wanted to make sure that this session will be clear, and you this session will help everyone to create their own resume. So I think I have some my resumes that help me to get into the top companies like Apple, Amazon, and Commvault, which is a top product based company. Also we have a lot of companies like Deloitte, Allstate, and a couple of companies like Zoho. I got shortlisted for the top companies, and I kept on applying for other companies also. But still, these are the companies that I got shortlisted for, and I'm currently going through some of the interviews with these companies, and I got selected for a couple of companies. Soon I will reveal what are the companies that I got shortlisted for, and I got the offer letters also to join. Soon I'm joining a good organization which is like top company, I would say, in the world. Okay, getting into the topic, it's resume preparation. First, before planning to create a resume, you have to be clear what you are trying to put on the resume. The first thing you do is like directly don't go ahead and jump into the resume preparation. Just think of what are like what you did in your previous company, and what are the roles and responsibilities that you took in your previous companies. so that helps you to make your resume clear and concise. And once you are done with that, just think of like what are the roles and responsibilities in your previous company and list everything. Hi, funny video. And once done, just go ahead and prepare, like take a blank sheet in on your laptop, or if you have a desktop, make sure you have noted everything. Like before you start putting everything on resume, just go ahead and note it down somewhere else. Or if you are good at memorizing the things, make sure you put on your resume everything. And also you utilize the resources that we have. I also use a chat gpt to tailor my resume. Be comfortable in utilizing the resources, so that they are really helpful for us to make sure our resume is any grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes, or any templates that require that, they will suggest us to help in preparing that proper resume. So here are some step by step that I'll go through how to prepare your resume. The first step comes with contact information, which is like your name and your complete name, whether initial or surname, and then your email address, and also if your mobile number. And I would say if you have a LinkedIn, that's an optional, so it's not mandatory, it's an optional. People, recruiters doesn't require your LinkedIn profile. So it's just only that your name and number and email matters in the resume at the top. Okay, once you are done with that part, go ahead with professional summary and objective. That means just give a brief statement of or summarize your skills and experience, also your career goals. That helps the recruiter to may come across the complete your journey, like complete your career, what you have done in the like what are you up to, like what are your skills and all. Once that's the second part, professional summary and or objective comes under the second part. And then where it comes to the mention your skills, like it may be a technical skills, or it may be a soft skills, like communication, problem solving skills, anything that can be. And if you have done any certifications, it's not mandatory to mention any certifications in the resume. If you do any certifications also, the recruiter or the person who is interviewing will for sure will ask you a lot of questions on that particular part. Okay, so please make sure if you are putting any certification on your resume, make sure that you are confident enough to answer to the questions. And then the fourth part comes with professional experience, like how many organizations you have worked in, and how many, like what are the roles you worked previously, and in each role just describe three to four lines what you have done, like roles and responsibilities in the previous organizations. I will at the end I will show you the sample resume of mine, which helped me to get into the top companies, product based companies. And it's not services, make sure it's a product based companies I'm talking about. And once done with the fourth part, complete after done with your professional experience, go with the educational. Or else before after professional summary also, you can go ahead and mention your education details, like your BTech or BCom it may be. And then later like top to bottom, you come from the top to bottom, like first initially it's BTech or BCom, and then you come to the intermediate or whatever you call in your region or something. For me it's intermediate, and then I come to the 10th class. So that's how you mention in detail everything when it comes to the education part. And if you have some people do the projects in previous some people do, they call projects, some people call, it's not projects, they call something like teams. I work under this team, I work for, IT support, I work for service desk, I work for this product based companies, like that. So you just mention if you have any projects, you mention what are the projects you worked on in the previous companies. That helps. And mention everything in detail if you are working in any particular project that you are aware of. Okay, so that helps the recruiter to know more about you and your skills. And I already mentioned certificates are not mandatory, and if you are confident enough that you can answer any questions in the interview, please mention the certification. If not, you can ignore it. And the session will not last for long, maybe 30 minutes. So I will just wrap it up soon because it's Monday and everyone will be busy with their own work. So once the session is recorded, you can, maybe I'll post it on YouTube. You can just go ahead through, and if you have any queries, you can ping me in the comment section. I'll go and check comment section and I will answer to the questions. Okay. Yeah, and these are the parts that you need to follow in the resume. Once you are done, mentioning everything in each part in detail, what you do, you can other resources to tailor your resume, like use a template. Let's say if you are using any template, make sure it's unique, something unique from others. Just don't copy and paste. Make sure it's unique and it's clear and concise. Every step is clear and concise. No grammatical mistakes or no spelling mistakes. Make sure you have uppercase or lowercase. This is also really important when a recruiter checks your resume. Some recruiters will go through your resume in deep. They are like, it matters, everything matters for them. Every word, every line, every sentence matters for them. Make sure you create a proper resume. And then once done, I personally don't recommend people in adding their personal information in the resume because it's not required. See, the recruiter or some other interview person, they don't require your personal information, right? So I don't recommend for you to put your personal information. If you want to put, you can go ahead and mention your personal information, but it's not mandatory. And if you are seriously looking for a job change, or looking for something to switch to a different domain or anything, resume is really important, and it shows all your skills, and it represents you actually. Resume doesn't mean, it represents the person who is applying for the job. So you want to make sure that your resume is properly tailored. As I told, resume is a main part for applying jobs. My only suggestions when you are applying for jobs is, it's not like once you upload your resume, you get into the companies, and once you prepare your resume, you will get calls from different companies. It's not just like that. You need to maintain consistency in learning and keep learning every single day, and also stay focused and organized. If you have any questions or anything, please ping me in the comment section. I will go ahead and answer to the questions. Okay, please feel free to question. Put the put in the comment section anything if you have any questions or any queries. So also, if you're switching from a different role to another role, or you worked in the previous organization, you worked with a different role, and in the new organization you are interested in different role. Okay, let's say I am working as business analyst or something in a different organization, and then while moving forward, I like to continue in the upcoming organization as a developer. So, and you have the skills, but you do not have a proper resume tailored according to that job. Okay, that's where you have to make sure, and you have to do this for sure. Like, you have to go through the JD of that particular job that you are applying, and edit according to the JD. Okay, that's really important, because if you are applying the business analyst role, and if you just mention some keywords in the resume, that the recruiter will not show much interest in your profile. So, to get primary attention to your profile, make sure you tailor the resume according to the JD that you are applying for in future. Okay, that's one of the important things that I would suggest you guys. And also, yeah, I will just go ahead, what all steps that I have provided you. First thing is your contact information that you need to mention your resume, which is like your name, number, and email address. If possible, LinkedIn is not mandatory; it's optional. And the professional summary and or objective, which is like the brief description that summarize your skills, experience, and career goals. The third thing I would mention is it can be either your education or mention your skills, like it can be technical, soft skills, or certifications, anything it can be. And the fourth thing I would suggest is professional experience that you have, that you worked in previous organizations, or you are currently working in any organization, like your experience. And then if you worked into any projects, you can just mention the projects in detail, so they'll get to know what you have done and what's your role and what's your part in the project. Then comes certifications. I told it's not mandatory. If you are confident enough, please go ahead and mention the certificates. If not, just leave it alone. And then awards and achievements. If you have anything like awards and achievements, in the sense, uh, if you are a fresher or recent graduate, I would suggest like what you have done in your college, or like you're a part of ESL, or you conducted some fest or something like that. And if not, you can just leave it. That's optional actually. If you want to, you can add it. If not, you can just leave it like that. And then you can also add languages, like what all languages you can speak or something. And it's not mandatory to add your personal details. If you want to, you can. If not, it's optional. So these are the things that you need to make sure in your resume. And I will go through my resume in the last few minutes, so you'll get an idea how to tailor your resume. So this is the initial resume that I used for my job search. Okay, this is, I have only 40. I don't exactly remember what's the ATS score, but I have very less ATS score for this resume. So I don't know if it is blur or you can see it clear. I'm sorry if it is blur. Not sure why. So this one I got the ATS score of 43 percentage. So, and I mentioned everything in detail in this resume, like roles and responsibilities for every organization I worked for. I also mentioned some personal details in this resume. So initially when I applied using this resume, I did not get much response from the recruiter. But once I tailored my resume into the neat and concise, clear and concise way, I got a lot of calls from recruiters. And it's just imagine if you're getting calls from top companies, and they are interested in giving a chance for you to get into their organization. You need to utilize the opportunity. So so you, for that, you have to keep your resume neat and tailor it properly. And this is the resume that I got, opportunities with Apple, Amazon, and Comwalt, Deloitte. It's like a lot of good companies, I would say. I am not sure whether it's clear or not. I am sharing it through my mobile. Maybe something wrong with this. So this is the format, and this is the template that I used for new resume. First, I kept my name and email address and phone number here, and then the objective, like I told, it should represent your skills, career goals, and everything. And then I went ahead with education. Either you can put education or technical skills in the third row. I kept my education, and then the technical skills I preferred, and then the professional experience that I have worked for previous organization, and then simply I ended up with languages. So that's all. That's simple and easy what I made. That's all from my end. If you have any questions or queries, you can ping me anytime, or you can follow me on YouTube for more updates and for more insights to find a good job. I hope you have a I hope you understand, and have a good rest of the day. Thank you for joining, people who joined. Thank you so much for your time and patience. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.